Hey VC Jeff, back again. So yeah, hope everyone on East and Central's weathering the storms all right. Keep getting iced in here. It's been pretty crazy, but yeah, got quite the stack here. So I'm just gonna kind of jump in here. I'm gonna start with the vinyl, but this is gonna be a very CD heavy video today. Valentine's Day. So I've been tasked with doing some Valentine's stuff. So yeah, well, maybe I'll slip some in there. I don't know. This one, head coats. I forgot the name of this one. Ripping off the non-entities of yesterday. Anyway, yeah, pretty punky head coats. This is oh God, what's his name? Billy Childish. So Billy Childish is. I'd say this is definitely one of his better albums. This one's definitely worth checking out. So on Super Electro, which is Steve Turner's label, subsidiary of Sub Pop, I guess. And let's see what we got. Some Valentine's thing. So he's so popular with the girls. There we go. Valentine's Day. Sean tasked me doing a Valentine's Day thing, but I've been so slammed this week between work, ice, snow, and daughter driving me nuts. Continuing. So, but yeah, this one, 4.5-ish. Yeah, this is a must-have in my opinion. If you like that kind of garagey stuff. Valentine's. Pulled this out. Picked this up in Japan. American pressing though, so it's like a late '70s pressing. Love Supreme, John Coltrane. Love. We have Valentine's Day. So I think a lot of you already know this, but yeah. So so this is like his foray into kind of spiritual jazz and whatnot. Yeah, free jazz, but yeah, with the phrasing he's using and whatnot, he's actually doing a prayer as he plays. Not that it's audible, but if you follow along with the syllables, it's kind of tricky. You have to really pay attention. But yeah, that's basically what's going on there. I'm not gonna spend time on that one. You all know it. VC. Again, Nico, Chelsea Girl, you guys pretty much know this. This is the mono mix. It came with the box set. Pretty freaking awesome. It's one of those chill evening kind of records. I'm not a big fan of. I love Velvet Underground, but my least favorite album is the Nico album. This is where she redeems herself. Her solo stuff is better than the Velvet Underground stuff, in my opinion. Worth checking out if you haven't. Just kind of chill, folksy art rock, I guess. This is one I did a trade with Sean for. Courtney Love highlights that is not the Courtney Love you're thinking of. This is the original Courtney Love, and then she later, the singer known as Courtney Love, basically took the name. She knew the person in the band. What's his name? Friggin' hell. So it's Louis Maffio and Patrick Malsi. Anyway, yeah, so I don't know. I think they're roomies or something, and I was like, that would be a cool name for a band. And so he created the band, but then she took the name. So one became more famous than the other. But yeah, pretty typical K-rock, indie rock, pop, whatever. It's not essential, but it's cool. It's just kind of a neat history piece. Not going out my way to get more, but I just wanted one album for my collection. Sean obliged. This one, again, you guys all know it. I'm going to spend a lot of time on it. Japanese pressing of Electric Warrior, T-Rex. This is the one that's got, what was it, Bang a Gong, whatever that's called. Yeah, Jeepster is really good on here. Cosmic Dancer is really good. Rip Off's probably my favorite. Life's the Gas is great. Yeah, Get It On, that like Bang a Gong, whatever. I don't know. It sounds like saying Bang a Gong. Anyway, that's the lyrics. It's not. I had an original US on this, and my freaking brother was one who destroyed it. It was the gatefold. But yeah, this is like a mid '70s, not non-gatefold Japanese pressing. It sounds pretty decent, so that'll keep me going for a while. This is a thrift find, I think. Or no, I got this from the garage sale when I bought all the Black Flag and stuff. I was kind of excited to see this though. Phoebe Snow. I don't think it's terribly rare and it's not terribly valuable, but it's quite good. Oh, it's been over a week since I listened to this. What can I say about it? But yeah, this is like her second album. She kind of disappeared because I guess she was taking care. I don't think that is. It could be her son, but yeah, she had her son had some problems or something, so she kind of disappeared. She did a few albums. But I don't think she like really went out and toured her much after the first album. First album's definitely her best, but that's more of a blues rock one. I think I want to say this is a little more on the soul side of things, but yeah, it's a really solid album. So it looks like Phoebe Snow, appropriate for all the snow we're getting. Oh, I forgot to keep up with my love theme here. I'm sorry. Um, Drink Up the Melody, I guess. Don't Let Me Down. Yeah, it does have a pretty cool cover of Don't Let Me Down right here. Continue on. I'm through all the vinyl. Here's where the more interesting stuff begins. So some of the stuff is available on vinyl if you want to hunt it down. This was part of that K-Rex grab bag I got. So wallpaper. This is actually one of my favorites out of the bunch. On the chewing gum ground, I guess it's called. Yep. And yeah, no love themes on here, I guess. Total Explosion. Anyway, yeah, this one's if you like that kind of 77 snotty punk kind of stuff. This is pretty much like a 2000s reimagining of Dead Boys or Johnny Thunders or whatever. Um, yeah, so that's a great one. I highly recommend this one. 4.5 stars ish. Kind of more obscure. I don't think the vinyl goes for much. The CD you can get for $1 or $2. It's worth that. I wouldn't go way out of your way to get it, but if you're placing an order and you see this one, it's worth picking up. This was a thrift find. Not gonna spend too much time on it because you guys know it. The Verb. Again, really solid album. 4.5, going on 5-ish. A little more polished than I usually like. It's got a little bit that glammy, a little bit of psychedelia, whatever going on. You know, this is the one that's got Bittersweet Symphony on it. Yeah, I don't know. It's got a lot of Guns, Drugs Don't Work on there. Catching the Butterfly. Yeah, it's solid all the way through, man. If you don't know it, you can get it for cheap. It's worth it. We paid like $1.50 for that one, I think. This is another thrift find. Al Green Greatest Hits. It added 5 bonus tracks. I guess some of his later hits that didn't make the original comp. Again, I paid not like $1 for this at thrift. Worth having. Yeah, the CD is nice because it has got the 5 extra tracks in there. It's really nice to have those 5 extra tracks if they're good songs. You know Al Green. His Here I Am's on here. Shalala, I think was a later hit. I don't know. The Stay Together. It's got a whole bunch of hits. You'll know Al Green the second you listen to it. Getting more into the obscure stuff. Okay, this one highly recommended for those fans of Japanese psychedelia. Vinyl versions are kind of hard to get by, and the originals go for thousands. I would love to pick this up on vinyl if it ever gets re-released on vinyl, which I'm sure will happen eventually. But I think I paid like $7, $8, $9 for this new shipped, sealed. The packaging's nothing special on this one actually. This is Phoenix. I think Phoenix, they don't do as good of a job as some of the other like Japanese bootleg companies, but yeah, they're the ones that do like the Satori and all that. I do need to get Satori. I keep missing that every time they repress it. Yeah, so limited to like 1,000 or something. This is like maybe 10 years ago. I found one for cheap. The kind of prices on these are all over the place. I got it, for what I got it for, but I think they typically go for about 20-ish. So one side, it's getting a little proggy, little psych. Worth checking out on YouTube too. They have some cool stuff on YouTube. So the album, it really is designed for like an album format. So like one side's like more of a jazzy side, one side's more of a rockin' side. But it works really well as an album. Again, a really solid album. One of my favorite Japanese psych albums of all time for sure. 4.5-ish on the upper end of that. Approaching a perfect album, but not quite perfect. but really good. So let's see if you can get that. Let's see if it focuses. So it's Magical Power Mako. Mako. Yeah. I think Mako. It's not Mako. Well, I always thought it was Mako. Super Record, and they had a bit more after this, but they got a lot more proggy. Sometimes you see it with this cover, and then sometimes you see it with this, which I think might have been a gatefold originally. But definitely worth checking out, especially if you can get it. 10-ish, but even at 20-ish is probably worthwhile. This is part of my trade with Sean. The Lafayette Afro Rock Band versus Ice. Afro Funk Explosion. Basically the same band if you read the liner notes. It comes with a little booklet in here. See if I can get that out. So 2 discs, trifold. I think there was a vinyl version of this. They also had that re-release of, was it Malik recently on, I think, Vinyl New Police. And you guys are probably getting a little bigger. I noticed the pricing going up on these. But yeah, you'll recognize some of the albums, yeah. So getting from what I got from the liner notes, basically 2 bands in one. Ice is basically what they want to be. It's more vocal based, and the Lafayette Afro Rock Band is more producer heavy, a little more on the instrumental side. And on Public Enemy's big album, they definitely were sampling this, and a lot of the big guys, I think Jay-Z and some other of the big ones, like you listen to the songs, you recognize the songs even if you don't know them, just because they were sampled so much. But yeah, just really awesome. 70s funk. This is a comp, so it's a little uneven, but yeah, I probably will not be searching out the other stuff other than I might consider getting that one album on vinyl. Oh, they also did this also. Yeah, so Darkest Lights, Soul Mukasa was their thing, which got covered a couple of times. I think I have another version of Soul Mukasa, and at least one more version. So I guess that was a big song for everyone to cover at the time. But yeah, I really enjoy this. I probably only give it a 4 because it's uneven, but when it's good, it's really good. So thank you, Sean. I did not ask for that one, so that was a good good thing to pop into your box. Appreciate it. Much appreciated. My wheelhouse. This one did not come with a shining recommendation for Sean, but I saw Ty Seagal and Freedom Band on this tour, so I wanted it anyway. Yeah, price was right. They don't go for a lot, I think, used. So yeah, I kind of probably would have rather have had this on vinyl, but yeah, whatever, man. Yeah, this is not their best album, but it's still pretty good. But yeah, I think their albums are better than their live stuff, but they're a really really good live band, if that makes sense. So this is, I think, a lot of the stuff off of like Goblin, or what I think it was called Goblin, or Freedom Goblin, something like that. Yeah, it just puts out too much stuff. That's not one that's really essential, but if you see it on the cheap, it's definitely worth having, I guess, if you're a fan. Yeah, 4-ish. If I'm going to give a number on that one. This is part of that K-Rex box. Probably not one I would have picked up on my own, but I really liked it. I know Sean didn't. So Timothy Brock, Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. So the film buffs, you'll know that's that movie, old German Bauhaus movie. I haven't seen that in years. I should rewatch it, maybe try to sync this up with the movie. But yeah, it's nothing like mind blowing, but it's a really I thought it was a really solid album. So yeah, classical, neoclassical, whatever. I don't know if it really qualifies for neoclassical. It's around there. But yeah, so this I think came out in the 90s. Yeah, 96. So they did the new print of Dr. Caligari. That was back when they were doing all the yeah, I remember seeing a lot of silent films in the 90s because a lot of these were getting remastered digitally, and then they were adding all the tints back. Like, daylight's yellow or orange, and night's going to be tinted blue, kind of like they used to do it. Because previous to that, yeah, they didn't bother tinting everything. I'm not talking like colorization. I'm talking like the whole film frames are tinted, but they slice them together. Yeah, I saw a lot of stuff with the proper organs. Everything was pretty cool. But yeah, anyway, off track. Really, really good soundtrack. Really moody, and yeah, if you're just kind of in that chill, it's good background music, really. So recommend that. Yeah, I know this is Steve Carlson. You probably like this, and I think there might be a vinyl version. Not sure, but yeah, it's a nice one. Timothy Brock and the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. Continuing on. Um, Japanese noise band. See if I can get the. There you go. It's part of the trade with Sean. If it focuses, maybe not. There we go. Um, Amoi, Amoide Hatoba on the album's Kinsei. Um, so these, if you like Boredoms, you probably like these guys. They were contemporary of each other. They started a little bit later than the Boredoms, but yeah, they were kind of big-ish in the 90s amongst. I don't think they really toured outside the country that much. I really probably one, maybe two tours. This is curiously on a Canadian label. I do actually kind of want some more of this. I do want to get some more Boredoms because I don't have any more other than that one collab with Sonic Youth, which was not very good, to be honest. But yeah, I want to get some of their Super Roots and yeah, some of their earlier stuff. I like that. So yeah, this is not for everyone. Randy, you probably like this, but pretty manic Japanese, you know, noise, experimental stuff. You know, basically, if you like Boredoms, you like this. For me, it's like a 4.5, but yeah, it's not for everyone. I was really into the Osaka noise scene in the 90s, and like I was really digging these kind of bands, and they were just really hard to get these music sometimes back then. So I was doing tons of mail order. Unfortunately, yeah, when I did my great CD purge in the yeah, I guess it was early to mid 2000s when I was moving too much, late 2000s, I don't know, but yeah, when I did that big purge, yeah, I sold off a big chunk of my Japanese stuff, and I did a really big purge in the early 2000s too when I moved to Japan the first time. And, yeah, I didn't realize CDs were so damn expensive in Japan. So yeah, I never was in that stuff. I thought it would be a little more popular. It wasn't popular in Japan at all. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, love Japanese kind of experimental stuff. But yeah, like that one. This one's a really good one too. It's another K-Rex one. Calvin Johnson and the Sons of the Soil. Um, it's more typical K-Rex, indie rock. That's what it is, you know, lo-fi indie rock. um, so yeah, he's got his fingers on a lot of stuff. Yeah, not much I can say about that. Honestly, it's been like probably over a week since I listened to this. Love travels faster. Keeping with that Valentine's theme. There you go. And I'll wrap it up with this one. Another kind of more experimental band. My friends are really into these guys. Maybe I put this on backwards or something. There we go. Yeah. Godhead Silo. This is their Sub Hop album, and I'm not even sure if this is an original cover or someone just photocopied it because it's kind of, but it is a promo, so who knows. Not a glossy, not a clear print there. So Godhead Solo, Skyward in Triumph. I don't think this is their first album. Maybe Sean, I can't without looking. I think it's their second or third album. So it's a two-piece similar to in you know, like Runes or something, where it's like the bass, so bassist and a drummer. So kind of dingy art rock, I guess, math rock, art rock. They were contemporaries with, like, you know, the Slint and Rodan kind of bands. To a lesser extent, Six Finger, Satellite, and Brainiac, all those. So they kind of were in that kind of vein. But yeah, kind of dirgy because it's obviously bass and drums. Not quite as much as Ruins. But yeah, pretty cool one. I really enjoyed it. I can't remember what the standout tracks are at the top of my head, but and curiously, the last track is Calvin has Calvin Johnson on vocals. He's got his fingers on this one too. I think he helped produce it, possibly, or did produce it. Anyway, pretty solid one. In that 4 to 4.5 range, somewhere in there, 4 1/4. Not a perfect album, but for me, I don't know. It just takes me back to like high school or something. Middle high school. This one might have come out a little bit later, maybe university. It was around there. But I remember a lot of my friends were really into these guys at the time. Never got to see them though. Anyway, hope everyone's doing well. Stay warm. I hope your power's up. I'm going to enjoy a bit of my evening before I retire. And yeah, I'm sure I got a handful of kid. Um, yep. So got a little vinyl for Valentine's Day. I didn't even finish all my Christmas vinyl. So I'll get onto that maybe tonight a little bit and then get some sleep. Hope you guys are well. And peace out. Happy Valentine's Day, or at least I hope you did. Because it is, I'm running late on this thread. Later.